In September 1987, Harley Warwick came to Twinsburg at the invitation of the Historical Society to paint the Freeman Barn. During the job, Harley stayed at the home of Frank and Alice Hoon.
The biggest change is you have an old barn someplace and you think, well, about 5 years I'll go back and redo it, and when you come back there's a shopping mall sitting there. Well, you remember when you was there and what happened, and you know, just what was going on at that time. You remember the people that owned the barn and their families and whatever. Yeah, I can remember I'll be driving along a piece of highway and it's just something tells you, now, I've been here before, and then you look and the barn's not there anymore, but that's where the barn used to be. Any way you go about it, this sign always ends up on a T. So you start from this end or start from that end. Done to a T. That's the way it is. People ask me, what's my favorite letter on the sign? You know, I said a T. Because either way you go at it, that's the last one. You got it done when you got that T done. Must have got it spelt right, not on the T. All downhill from here on out. With a little practice, I said, well, that's what I've had, yeah. 40 years of it. And I'm still learning. Every day was an adventure. Whatever you thought couldn't happen would. I'll never forget that first contractor I went to work for, you know, and had a helper come out, and he was always worried about details, you know, and he says, we're up there on the side of the barn. He was talking about insurance, you know. He says, now, in case we fall off of that barn, what do we do, you know, insurance-wise? The old contractor says, just paint like hell all the way down. Don't stop. I remember one time I was working some little town up here towards Toronto or someplace. Big. Oh, that wall was probably 70 feet high. And no place to fasten the ropes on. So here's this guy coming down the street, and I said, would you mind holding these ropes while I go up and tie it off? No, I'll hold them. I said, be sure you stand on them now, don't let loose of them. I went up there and tied it off, and then some guy was standing down there just on the edge, you know. He said, you picked the biggest drunk in town. He says, that guy salute, he don't know where he's at. Here I had him holding them ropes. Yeah. It didn't matter if the painter got wet, as long as the sign didn't get wet. Yeah, I had a Greek kid work with me. He was from up here at Warwood. He wouldn't say 3 words all day. We're working away there, and all at once this roof comes off the barn, comes right up over the top of our head and out the field, you know. He said, well, I believe it's about time to quit. That's like my first wife. She told me, you know, either change jobs or change wives. And I said, I'm glad you brought that up, because wives are easier to find than jobs.
Harley Warwick painted an estimated 20,000 signs over a 50-year career. Harley retired in 1991, 4 years after painting the Freeman Barn. He started making mail pouch bird feeders and mailboxes in his spare time. He also wrote a book with the help of 2 of his children, Roger Warwick and Lena Williams. His son Roger is a motorsports artist and did the artwork for the book cover. Even after his retirement, Harley did paint a few more barns. Harley passed away in 2000 at the age of 76 and had just painted a barn in Belmont the month before he died. Treat yourself to the best has not fallen on deaf ears, for the barn painter has been doing just that for over 50 years.